Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 74 of The Lunch Bunch. I know I say this every week. I know. Every week is a special week, but this week is very special because we have a special guest who I really admire and I followed for a long time. And his name would be, yes, Dustin W. Stout, creative lunatic and social strategist. I love that description because I don't know if he actually is a lunatic, but I certainly know that he's imaginative. Dustin, say hello.
Hello.
Well, thank you, Dustin. What's the biggest pain point? What are the biggest questions that you get from people regarding adding images to their content?
The core of it always sort of stems from this place of they're just afraid to start and dip their toe in because they feel like they're not good at it or they're not, quote, creative. They just don't know where to begin, and so they're sort of asking questions to get as much knowledge as they can before they start. And my answer to that is always just start.
Oh, Real Media, you know those guys.
I know those guys.
Simple concepts to remember when creating images: balance, framing, and contrast. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go to the group, and I'm going to start with BL.
It's been proven in any number of studies that a post with an image is exponentially more visible than one that doesn't have one, and so I always look for them. I go to the places where they're free, and many times I just use the image that was in the post that I'm quoting. I really don't post without images.
Jess.
I actually make more image blogs than I do written blogs on jessicaduel.com. And so when I'm choosing images, I'm actually making sure I can match the background or that the image has a place for a statement on it, because the title of my blog post and the words on the image tend to be an entire blog post for me.
Most people, if they see a chunk of text that's too large or if it's too much text, they'll skip right over it. They won't waste their time reading it, especially in a world of Twitter where 140 characters is sort of the standard of communication. So if you're sharing things on Twitter, make sure your images don't have more than 140 characters. You might just melt people's brain.
Dustin, I'll tell you, I get better response on the images with less words than more words. So over time, that's something that I have learned. Less is always more because it becomes a conversation starter.
So Randy, let's get to you. What do you do when you're trying to decide what image to put on your content?
Well, first of all, everything I've heard I don't disagree with. However, I never put text on images because they become a meme to me in that way.
Video thumbnails are probably one of the most underutilized tools because most of the videos on YouTube are just a screen grab. If you have a quick quote or a quick message or even just the title of the event, it makes your video stand out a lot more because it's different.
When I have a video, I oftentimes like to just take something from the pre-produced open. I've got a little bit of a demonstration here. This is an example of something that was from a recent show, and that's way too busy for a thumbnail. Plus, if you have the thumbnail, YouTube will put that arrow in the middle that will obscure the text. So through Snagit, what I will do is I'll just try and reposition some of the elements of what I used in the open. I'll put that up there. People don't need to see about with special guests. I can take something like that and make it smaller. What I'm trying to do here is just clear out so that the play button in the middle can be played. So this then would become the thumbnail for the show that we would be working on. So that's my guerrilla tip for today.
We kind of have to take that visual aspect of YouTube videos into our own hands, and through video thumbnails you can do that.
And as I was saying earlier, every time I put together a blog post and with an image, I feel I have Dustin on my shoulder saying, watch that third thing, you know, and that ratio is not working out, you know. So thanks again.
Mind your framing.
Mind the framing. So thanks, everybody. Thank you again. We look forward to seeing you next week is our 75th show. It'll be our diamond anniversary. Thanks a lot. Take care, and have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.